just give you a walkthrough of the Supabase setup. So this data that we're looking at, this table, has all come from Supabase, and there is a login. It's hidden away because I'm logged in, but if I wasn't logged in, there would be a username and password prompt that would log me into Supabase. And once logged into Supabase, I can get the data from Supabase. So all of this stuff here, all of this kind of summarization has been done with queries in Supabase. The page looks like this. So on this page is you've got to have two elements: a Supabase auth, and then and that basically has some fields that you put an auth element, and this represents a data element, and this basically represents grabbing the stuff from the table. So the way it works is, you put an auth element, which then lets you get some actions to sign up against Supabase, log in against Supabase, and then you set this up. So this is going to the callback summary table. You set up a plugin data type, and there's various other things I don't fully understand, but I've got a sort by, because it's happening on the front end. It's actually really fast because the data is loaded into the browser, and it seems to be paginating without as well. So it's got these kind of controls about and actions. Log the user out. I think that's logging the user. So sign in, log into Supabase. So that is an email and password, and that email and password represents one of these kind of usernames and passwords. So it's a user at this level. So I can have an action in Bubble which creates usernames and passwords, exactly the same as creating users in Bubble, and those users are the users then that can log in to get a login to Supabase. So once you've got a login to Supabase, you can then set one of these up, and you see how this says a data type of callback summary data. Basically, on the Supabase side, I have a table. It happens to be this table here, and this table has some access policies, and the way I've been doing, and you can set up those so that when I say access policies, I really mean row-based authentication. So that what that means is here, these RLS policies, row-based authentication. So it's here. And the way I've been adding those policies is with SQL, down like this. So this is the creating the table, doing all the summarization, and this is altering the table, enabling the rows level security, and saying logged in users. If you're a logged in user, you can select on this table. So that's the user and the row level authentication and the data. And then on the next part is on the Bubble side, you go into the API connector. There's instructions I use this plugin. Here, Supabase.js, and all I need to put in is my Supabase URL and my Supabase key, and there's instructions on this page. I use this one. I don't know why I chose this one. I use this one because there are two that seem to be quite well used. Ed uses this one. Ed and Josh use this one, so I chose to use this one. There's another one which is more talked about by someone called Naz in the forum, but I chose this because Ed chose it. And then the next part is in the API connector. You set up something, and then you set up. That's my Supabase URL. Here's I put in the API keys. That's explained in the plugin documentation. And you initialize the call, and it sets up. Here you can see how it's set up a data type, which represents the table over in Supabase. So that once you've got those in place, and once you've got this in place, it's a really quick workflow to go backwards and forwards. And once you've got that in place, here I am just basically grabbing the Supabase data's output list, and then just it's a normal behavior of repeating group now. So, and what I've noticed is I've been doing tons over the last 2 days, absolutely tons, and my workflow, it hasn't impacted my workflow at all. And I've been doing absolutely tons on this stuff. This is when I was doing the import and export of the data, which was a bit costly, but the actual, this is not, none of what I'm doing here is hitting the database. So if and this is the application I've built to do the campaigning. So here's all the accounts, and then I look at each account and I'll decide what I want to do. So for this user here, they're backing up. They've been backing up for a long time. I've done quite a lot of files. So I'm deciding to send them. The incomplete sign up with an app. And I'm going to send them this one, incomplete sign up, 180 days with an app. And there we go. Anyway, it's not working. But anyway, the more point was to just walk you through the Supabase setup.